What's going on, y'all? Double tap and share. No. Today, apparently Smashley had something to say. So I'm going to play that. Smashley, you're super confusing. You're so super confusing. What you said is even more confusing. It's really confusing. I don't know what you're confused about. I don't know how, out of everything that was played yesterday, your biggest qualm was trying to figure out who told me what and when and what I figured out on my own, and not why Ratina actually said a bunch of racist shit yesterday. That's what confuses me about you. Hey Janny, hey Cole, hey Jordan, hey Bree. Let me find this part. Was it 32? Anyways, you Woo! Wake up! Wake up! All right? Wake up.
I just wanted to say you are totally amazing and I freaking love you, MJ.
I love you too.
That is all I wanted to say.
Period.
I have no idea what's going on, so I'm going to read the room and be quiet now.
Can you teach the others? Please? Can you teach them for free, please?
Yes, I will start classes. It took me a while to learn, but I know now.
Hey, Jade.
All right, love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Hey, Kimberly. Double tap and share. Y'all are slacking. The fuck are you doing? We got stuff to talk about. It's kind of like, I go live and I feel like I cover something, and then I always feel like I have to go live and recover it because people didn't hear it the first 17 times I played it, just like yesterday. So here we are. Put a heart in the chat if you were in the live yesterday. I swear at this point it's selective hearing. No, for real. And it's bad. It's real bad. I'm going to try to figure out, I don't know, obviously Smashley's not blocked. I don't have a reason to block her at this point, but I really want to ask her, like, how much of what Ratina said between Holly Mae's live and her own live did you actually hear? And I'm going to roll the clip of what she said about my live. And I know that she said that she really, like, wasn't coming for me, but at the same time you kind of were. And I'm just really confused by it, because if you heard what we heard, and you were in my whole live, I don't understand why you were asking.
You guys have fun. Go down that. Go down that rabbit hole. I think you should.
I'll probably end up running it back a couple times. So
I do have an announcement to make. I know you really want me to skip past this, but I'm not going to, because I can't let it go.
Can y'all hear it?
MJ, I listened to a lot of your live today, a lot of it. And for the most part, I'm going to stay out of it. However, I do want to not really say anything towards MJ herself. I just want to make a point. So I don't know if you guys watched MJ's live today, but we watched Breeze last night, and I had made the point that it's easy to trick your mind into hearing things, right? There's another point I want to bring up, like for instance, Monster, right? I'll put that example out there. Monster yesterday, I watched a video that I thought was Monster's voice, simply because the video is a little misleading, and I said that several times last night. I think it needed to be edited and have a disclaimer put on it. But because in my mind I thought it was Monster, I heard Monster's voice, because that's what my brain wanted to hear, right? So today, MJ, while you listened to that clip and you said, before anybody got a box, before anybody put it in the comments, before you played that clip that they're all befuddled over, right, on what Retina had said in that exact moment. You said, MJ, that you didn't know what was said. Please don't ask. Because you said, in quote, I have no idea what was said here. Please don't ask.
I got to give you flowers. At least you told the truth there. I'm not sure like if you're like what you're trying to say there, but I absolutely, when I heard Florida Man's clip, I had no idea what word she was using. And so I told the chat when I played it and that part played first, don't ask me what she said, because I wasn't sure at that point. So you did tell the truth there.
You had no idea.
Correct.
You listened to it. You played it. Still had no idea what was said. It wasn't until somebody in the chat, I believe, possibly, had put the idea that it was possibly home, okay? I think somebody said that, and then you kind of started listening to it again, and you still couldn't get it, and then you had somebody come up in your box and say what they thought they heard her say.
Lie number one. I didn't have anybody come in my box. Adore requested to join, and we discussed what two words it sounded like. Okay? It was said that it could be home, or, hey Des, or that it could be hung. Okay? Thank you for the heart, Marissa.
And then from that point forward, you spent the rest of your life, for a couple hours, I believe, painting Retina as somebody who is racist. Simply because somebody told you what they thought they heard and what they think everybody else should be hearing.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Or is what happened, we listened to not only Holly Mae's live, but we also went to Retina's live. So she got out of Holly Mae's box after she said all of the things that she said to Bree. And then we went to Retina's live and we listened to that. Okay. Once my ADHD is done breaking this down the first time, I'll rerun it back. So if anybody's just joining, I saw a few people that probably want to hear it just join.
Instead of you just being like, I don't know about that. Because you didn't hear it up front. You didn't hear it until somebody told you to hear it, right? Does that make sense?
No, that doesn't make any sense at all, actually.
My only point in that isn't necessarily to call you out, right? It's to prove a point that just like what happened with Unknown in the rack PIPE or credit card, or there were a couple other different things that had happened. I think there was like an N-word one with Skittles a while back that people thought she had said the N-word when she did not in fact say it, things like that.
Wait,
you have to be a free thinker.
Is she talking about when Ratina spelled it out? Is that what Smash is talking about there?
On this app. Otherwise, you are just going to look like a fool. Because if you, out the gate, say you have no idea what was said there, and then you now can decide 100% with 100% certainty that that's what she said based on what somebody else came up and told you.
Smash, are you trying to tell me with 100% certainty that she's not saying either hung or home? Because both were discussed. It was said that either or, if it was one of those words, vile and disgusting. I'm not sure where your confusion is.
Because if you, out the gate, say you have no idea what was said there, and then you now can decide 100% with 100% certainty that that's what she said based on what somebody else came up and told you.
My hearing actually works pretty well. Yeah. And I think that I'm pretty sure that everybody in here, I'm pretty sure their hearing worked just as well. Again, I'm really confused as to how, if you heard everything that Ratina said in both lives, why you would choose me trying to decipher which word was used to have an issue with, and not actually the things that she said. Because if you listened to all the things that she said,
proves that you are not a free thinker.
Very free thinker.
And your brain can trick you into anything. Just like I had to say yesterday, yo, somebody told me that's not Monster's voice. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. I didn't know that.
As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why most people don't like me. Because I am such a free thinker. I also don't buy bullshit, okay? When people fuck up, I call them out on it. Even if they sit with me. It just happened, I took 6 days off. Right before I took 6 days off, somebody that was a very close follower, okay, Discord-wise, sat in my live in a box and said a word, a slur, and was instantly gone. There's no fucking questions asked. So please show up over here and tell me why you feel that I'm not a free thinker, that I don't hear with my own ears, and that I don't hold people accountable. Yeah, because there's more people joining, so as soon as it ends, I'm gonna run it back. I'll run it back.
I didn't know that. I heard Monster's voice, right? So let's just hope that if and when, this whole situation gets cleared up, you are as open-minded, MJ, as I was last night when I had to be like, yo, Scamming Claus, you need to edit that. I think you need to edit that, and I think you need to...
And then another thing, why are you addressing without addressing and without confirming what word she did use and not her. Why are you speaking for Ratina on this? So I guess I have more questions than I have answers. Did you hear every single, because I'm going to run it back. I'm going to play it all again. We're going to listen to everything that Ratina said to Bree. Okay? And then I want to know if the only question you have is whether or not my fucking ears are clean. Fair enough? Cool.
Put some kind of disclaimer if you want to keep the video up, whatever, but there needs to be some kind of a disclaimer, right, that says that, yo, this is not Monster's voice. Because that, MJ, would be quite the awful thing to put on somebody who never said it, right?
Oh.
I think.
Which one didn't she say, Smashley? Did she not say that she hopes that Bree's kids make it home? Or that she hopes that her kids get hung? Which one is it? Do you know? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, Trash Compactor. I know it was said. I know it was said now, but I have no idea. I think somebody said she corrected it last night. But again, MJ is just likes to come on and start running her mouth, you know, whatever. It's your life, do your thing. I'm just letting you know that if I can come on here and admit when I'm wrong and be like, yo, like, that needs to be fixed, then you should be able to come on here and admit that you didn't know what the fuck she was saying, and then you ran with it because you had somebody come up in your box and tell you what they thought they heard, and then you now heard it. And then for the rest of the remainder of your life, painted Ratina as some crazy racist lady.
So since you know what word she used, do you plan on going live later and letting your class know which thing she hoped on children? Since you know that, is it one of those words? Can you at least enlighten us with that? Or did we have both words wrong? I'll run it back.
Anyways, you guys have fun. Go down there.
I won't pause it this time so that you all can listen to it all the way through. And then we're going to go to Holly Mae's live, and we're going to play what Ratina said in there. And then we're going to go to Ratina's live, and we're going to play what she said in there. Because trying to insinuate that just for no reason I tried to say that she was racist is fucking crazy. That's crazy. And if you don't see the fucking problem in what she said to a black woman, then you're just as much the fucking problem. I said what I said.
God, I'm good on that rabbit hole. I
think you're so much petty.
Yeah. I do have an announcement to make, though. I know you really want me to skip past this, but I'm not going to because I can't let it go at this point. MJ. I listened to a lot of your live today. A lot of it. And for the most part, I'm going to stay out of it. However, I do want to not really say anything towards MJ herself. I just want to make a point. So I don't know if you guys watched MJ's live today, but we watched Bree's last night. And I had made the point that it's easy to trick your mind into hearing things, right? There's another point I want to bring up. For instance, Monster, right? I'll put that example out there. Monster,
Double
yesterday,
tap.
I watched a video that I thought was Monster's voice. Simply because the video is a little misleading, and and I said that several times last night. I think it needed to be edited and have a disclaimer put on it. But because in my mind I thought it was Monster, I heard Monster's voice because that's what my brain wanted to hear, right? So today, MJ, while you listened to that clip and you said, before anybody got a box, before anybody put it in the comments, before you played that clip that they're all befuddled over, right, on what Retina had said in that exact moment. You said, MJ, that you didn't know what was said. Please don't ask. Because you said, in quote, I have no idea what was said here. Please don't ask. You had no idea. You listened to it. You played it. Still had no idea what was said. It wasn't until somebody in the chat, I believe, possibly, had put the idea that it was possibly home, okay? I think somebody said that, and then you kind of started listening to it again, and you still couldn't get it, and then you had somebody come up in your box and say what they thought they heard her say, and then from that point forward, you spent the rest of your life, for a couple hours, I believe, painting Retina as somebody who is racist, simply because somebody told you what they thought they heard and what they think everybody else should be hearing, instead of you just being like, I don't know about that, because you didn't hear it up front. You didn't hear it until somebody told you to hear it, right? Does that make sense?
No. It doesn't.
My only point in that isn't necessarily to call you out, right? It's to prove a point that, just like what happened with Unknown in the rack PIP or credit card, or there were a couple other different things that had happened. I think there was like an N-word one with Skittles a while back that people thought she had said the N-word when she did not in fact say it, things like that. You have to be a free thinker on this app, otherwise you are just going to look like a fool. Because if you out the gate say you have no idea what was said there, and then you now can decide 100% with 100% certainty that that's what she said based on what somebody else came up and told you, proves that you are not a free thinker and your brain can trick you into anything. Just like I had to say yesterday, somebody told me that's not Monster's voice, and I was like, oh shit, my bad. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I heard Monster's voice, right? So let's just hope that if and when, this whole situation gets cleared up, you are as open-minded, MJ, as I was last night when I had to be like, Scammy Claus, you need to edit that. I think you need to edit that, and I think you need to put some kind of disclaimer if you want to keep the video up, whatever, but there needs to be some kind of a disclaimer, right, that says that, this is not Monster's voice. Because that, MJ, would be quite the awful thing to put on somebody who never said it, right? I think. I don't know. I'm not really sure, Trash Compactor. I know it was said. I know it was said now, but I have no idea. I think somebody said she corrected it last night. But again, MJ just likes to come on and start running her mouth, whatever. It's your life. Do your thing. I'm just letting you know that if I can come on here and admit when I am wrong and be...
And by the way, I didn't just come on live to run my mouth yesterday. I actually came live because Holly Mae gave a rendition of a story that was the furthest thing from the fucking truth, and so I had to clock it. Do you think that's fun? Do you think it's fun having to chase people around that love narratives? And who's reporting my live? Because a violation for replaying a clip is kind of crazy. It's a little bit kind of crazy. I'm going to reset. Okay. and I'm going to come right back. And I'm going to reset as many fucking times as I need. And then what's going to happen is you keep reporting me. If you take this page, I'm just going to create a new one. And I'll buy the followers. Imagine. Because the last person on this app you're going to silence is me. So just don't. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going to go anywhere. I'm always going to be all up in the asses. Okay? You want to lie and be fucking weird and not be transparent just because you don't have a fucking spine to stand up to people. That's not a me problem. That's a fucking you problem. Maybe if you stick around long enough, I could teach you some things. Okay? I'll be right back. Try to silence like truth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because some people sit on this MRFer just doing the absolute most. And it pisses y'all off so bad that you can't get under my skin because I'm a truth teller. And I'm going to come with receipts every fucking time. If I'm talking about something, it's because I have receipts. Okay? It's not complicated. It's really not that complicated. Does it piss people off? Yup. But is that my problem? No. It's never going to be my problem that you're pissed off about it. Not my problem. Because if you would have listened to everything that Ratina said, Smashly, you would know that I didn't spend 2 hours trying to paint her out to be a racist, okay? You would also know that that's not even the reason I went live. It's because Holly Mae doesn't know how to get her fucking story straight. Again, not a me problem. Not a me problem. The shit she said was absolutely fucking inappropriate in both Holly Mae's and her own live. I'm going to run that back for you because clearly you didn't watch it. If you did watch and you heard what she said, and you're going to co-sign that instead of learning where your fucking backbone is and standing up and saying, okay, those are microaggressions. That was racist. That was wrong. You should not have said those things. Then you are also the fucking problem. And I don't know why that's so complicated for you. I don't know why it's complicated for you at all. And those are my questions for you. Do you even know what she said? And if you do know what she said, then why is your only question which word we were trying to decipher which was used? Why were you trying to only decide that and you didn't want to talk about what the fuck she said to a black woman and her children? Because let me explain something to you. Even if she said, I hope your kids get or make it home, that's, in my opinion, equally and just as worse as saying that she hopes that they get HUNG. Are you good? Hello? And I don't even fuck with Bree. Bree Dry called me racist, okay? That's one of the reasons why I had to go live yesterday, because Holly Mae tried to make that something that it wasn't. She also tried to say that I said words when they weren't my words, they were actually Bree's. So pay the fuck attention. Because on everything I love, if you are going to agree, and you are not going to say shit about the other things that Ratina said to Bree, then you are part of the problem. I stand on what I said. Completely, absolutely insane to me. Does anybody need me to rewind what Smash said last night about it before I play the Holly Mae portion and then the Bree portion? Because I'm running it all back. If you're watching my lives, Smash, and this is what really confuses me, because if you would have watched yesterday and you would have watched all the way through, then you would have heard what she said multiple times. Multiple times. Okay, that's not me spinning a narrative. That's her talking in 4K. Those are Retina's words in 4K. That's not us trying to decipher anything. It's either one of two words. But here's the thing. You said that you now know what word was used. So which one is it, Smash? Which one did she wish on a woman's kids, Smash? Was it home or was it the other word? Do I need to reiterate that it was kids? Do I need to reiterate and show you where it wasn't even Bree who spoke on Retina's kids? It was Miss Unknown, allegedly. So she didn't even have a reason to say that shit to Bree. Wasn't it you, Smash, that was talking about catching strays? People catching strays? What, the last time? No, Cartel. As far as I know, wait, what are you talking? Are you talking about what Retina said? Because so far, the only person that I've heard even bring up what happened yesterday was Smash. And she says that she knows now what the word is, but Smash didn't say what the word was. And that was my other question. Smash, why are we hearing from you before we hear from Retina? Why are you making public service announcements and Retina's not? And the last and final question is, do you even know everything she said to her? Because it's not really a fair statement for you to say that I spent 2 hours just trying to paint her out to be the R word with no context other than trying to figure out which of the two words it was. Okay? Because both are equal. Doesn't matter which word was used. It's equal. And that's not even counting the other shit she said, which was vile. Does anybody need me to run the Smash clip back? It's short. It's only like 4 or 5 minutes. If you need me to run that back before I play the Holly Mae and Retina, let me know. Yes.
Anyways, you guys have fun. Go down that. Go down that rabbit hole.
Please double tap. Double tap, double tap, double
I
tap.
think you're so much petty.
Yeah. I do have an announcement to make, though. I know you really want me to skip past this, but I'm not going to because I can't let it go at this point. MJ. I listened to...
Can you all hear it okay?
A lot of your live today. A lot of it. And...
I'm going to pause it right there, too. So she's going to make this statement she's about to make after she says that she only watched some of my live. So you're automatically admitting that you did not watch my live from beginning to end. And this is what you chose.
For the most part, I'm going to stay out of it. However, I do want to not really say anything towards MJ herself. I just want to make a point. So I don't know if you guys watched MJ's live today, but we watched Bree's last night, and I had made the point that it's easy to trick your mind into hearing things, right? There's another point I want to bring up, like for instance, Monster, right? I'll put that example out there. Monster yesterday, I watched a video that I thought was Monster's voice, simply because the video is a little misleading, and I said that several times last night. I think it needed to be edited and have a disclaimer put on it. But because in my mind I thought it was Monster, I heard Monster's voice because that's what my brain wanted to hear, right? So today, MJ, while you listened to that clip and you said, before anybody got a box, before anybody put it in the comments, before you played that clip that they're all befuddled over, right, on what Retina had said in that exact moment. You said, MJ, that you didn't know what was said. Please don't ask. Because you said, in quote, I have no idea what was said here. Please don't ask. You had no idea. You listened to it. You played it. Still had no idea what was said. It wasn't until somebody in the chat, I believe, possibly, had put the idea that it was possibly home, okay? I think somebody said that, and then you kind of started listening to it again, and you still couldn't get it. And then you had somebody come up in your box and say what they thought they heard her say. And then from that point forward, you spent the rest of your life, for a couple hours, I believe, painting Retina as somebody who is racist. Simply because somebody told you what they thought they heard and what they think everybody else should be hearing, instead of you just being like, I don't know about that. Because you...
Let me put you on to something. Both things, in my opinion, not speaking for anybody else, and I'm sure people can let me know how they feel in the chat. Both of them were fucking racist. Both of them. Both of them. I don't give a fuck which word it was. Both of them. But that's not the only thing that happened. It's not the only thing that happened. It's not the only thing that she said. It's not the only thing she said. And I want to know how much of a fucking idiot you're going to feel like for going live and making this statement, which isn't done. I'm going to hit play again in a minute, without not fully watching my live, but not watching that portion of Holly Mae's live, and then not watching the portion of Retina's live after she got out of Holly Mae's box. And again, I stand on what I said. If you did hear those two other lives, and you still feel the same way, that the only thing you need to address is trying to decipher which fucking vile, foul word was used, you're part of the problem. And I'm going to need you really quick to grow a backbone. You are lacking a backbone. I don't know what it is about those girls, but they... harder than the dude throws Cartman under the bus. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure it out.
You didn't hear it up front. You didn't hear it until somebody told you to hear it, right? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
No, my ears are clean. I heard it for my fucking self.
My only point in that...
so did hundreds of other people.
...isn't necessarily to call you out, right? It's to prove a point that, just like what happened with Unknown in the rack PIP or credit card, or there were a couple other different things that had happened. I think there was like an N-word one with Skittles a while back that people thought she had said the N-word when she did not.
And again, I know I said it the first time, but I want to ask again. You're saying she didn't say it. But what I was trying to figure out yesterday is, what is the context of her spelling out the N-word with the hard ER? I wanted to know that context. I wanted to know why she was spelling that out. Right? And then we can also ask, because I was just set something from their Reddit, why during this whole entire argument, and to my knowledge, it was posted, maybe yesterday? And I'm not sure which one it is, if it's Retina or Holly Mae, but used a picture of a monkey or an orangutan as a response to the discussion. Okay?
In fact, say it, things like that.
Yeah.
You have to be a free thinker on this app. Otherwise, you are just going to look like a fool. Because if you, out the gate,
are you
say
hearing
you have
yourself?
no idea what was said there, and then you now can decide 100% with 100% certainty that that's what she said based on what somebody else came up and told you, proves that you are not a free thinker and your brain can trick you into anything. Just like I had to say yesterday, somebody told me that's not Monster's voice, and I was like, oh shit, my bad.
Ain't no tricks over here.
I didn't know that.
You ain't tricking me.
I heard Monster's voice, right? So let's just hope that if and when this whole situation gets cleared up, you are as open-minded, MJ, as I was last night when I had to be like, Scammy Claus, you need to edit that. I think you need to edit that, and I think you need to put...
So what would you like me to do, Matt? Should I tell Retina to go edit what she said in 4K? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're asking? Right? Because this isn't a mix-up of who said what, okay? This isn't a mistaken identity of a voice. These are two totally different things. Complete opposite ends of the fucking spectrum, lady. This isn't a mix-up of who said what. She said what she said, and she said it in 4K, and then she went to another live, and then she repeated some of the things that she said. And we're gonna get into that. Like, what are you talking about at this point? And tell me you don't know me and haven't followed me and haven't watched me since day one to try to say that I, above all people, am not a free thinker. Please come explain to me how I am not a free thinker. Okay, because if I'm covering some shit, I'm going to come with receipts. There's a lot of people in this chat that will vouch if I said something, even if you try to call me out on it, I'm going to provide you with a receipt. I'm going to show you if I said it, why I said it, when I said it, if I had to repeat it. Okay? That's why I feel like I don't have any hair in this bitch. Because I have to go live and prove, just like I had to with Holly Mae yesterday, that people are literally full of shit. They will literally sit on here acting like there's no receipts and try to spin their own narrative to make a situation suit their own needs. That doesn't work with me. Are we new to the class? Are we new to the class? When has that ever worked with me? Ever. Ever. I would love for somebody to grab a box and tell me how I don't have a backbone. Please do. Because I check everybody in this bitch. I don't care who you are. If you fuck up, I'm holding you accountable. It's always been the same. I just did it with one of my very, very close followers a week and a half ago. I said it in the first live. I'll repeat it. She sat in this live and she said a word that I fucking despise. I instantly demanded that she leave my fucking live and don't come back. I do not sit in any spaces with her. I stand on fucking business. I mean what I say. I hold a standard. Okay? I have a spine. I don't mean to sound crazy, but nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. You're gonna hold a standard or you goodbye. I don't tolerate the shit. I don't have time. I've dropped people for less. I don't tolerate it. If you need called out, if you need somebody to tell you you're fucking up, I'm your gal. I'm your gal. A lot of people come to me. They come to me for advice. They come to me if they don't know what to do about something. All types of shit. I'm a go-to person. I pride myself in that. Why? Because I'm honest and I'm consistent. I'm honest and I'm consistent. And I don't have to hold a fucking grudge forever. Hence the wig. Yeah, Tammy will fucking tell you. Don't wake Tammy up. She's napping right now, and if you wake Tammy up, yep, Lake Lady, I'm a mod. I get called out if need be. Ain't no one special to be held, to not be held to a standard. Mods are the same. They'll tell you all day long. Right down to being in other places, being in mess. I hold a standard. If I don't care if it's my live, I don't care whose live it is. If they're sitting over somewhere being absolute fucking fools, if it's something that I don't stand by, you don't represent me. I don't care if you're a day one. Don't care.
Put some kind of disclaimer if you want to keep the video up, whatever, but there needs to be some kind of a disclaimer, right, that says that, yo, this is not Monster's voice. Because that MJ, it would be quite the awful thing to put on somebody who never said it, right? I think. I don't know. I'm not really sure, trash compactor. I know it was said. I know it was said now, but
what was said,
I think somebody said she corrected it last night. But again, MJ is just likes to come on and start running her mouth, you know, whatever. It's your life, do your thing. I'm just letting you know that if I can come on here and admit when I am wrong and be like, yo, like, that needs to be fixed, then you should be able to come on here and admit that you didn't know what the fuck she was saying, and then you ran with it because you had somebody come up in your box and tell you what they thought they heard, and then you now heard it. And then for the rest of the remainder of your life, painted Ratina as some crazy racist lady. And she's not, and you know, MJ isn't the only one who it was played for somebody else last night, and they.
Yeah, I get it, but she sucks at being condescending. You can't condescend me. There's a reason why I do what I do. There's a reason why I cover things the way that I do. With receipts. Okay? Because everybody, listen, it's really fucking simple, especially when you're a truth teller. People, you just play the clip. That's all you have to fucking do. You just play the clip. You play the clip. People hear it for themselves in 4K, and then what? Then what? Okay? So, perfect. Great. We got through that. Now let's go to where all the nasty shit happened. Oh, the video's unavailable? The video's not unavailable. Is the video available? Yeah, the video. Okay, so video's not available?
Because that's literally just my assumption. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But in my
Did they take Holly Mae's video down? Did they? Let's see.
but like
Gotcha. No.
So
okay, here we go. Okay, so
this was way before that because I messaged her and I said she's unblocking you so you can.
Okay, so this is Holly Mae's live, and for probably 40 minutes of this live, Holly Mae and Bree are having a conversation, okay? About 40 minutes. And then Ratina joins the box. So I am fast forwarded all the way to an hour and 57 minutes into this live. Bree has already been in the box for about 45 minutes talking to Holly Mae.
Come over.
because Shannon was talking shit and I wanted to hear what she had to say. Because I've never felt bad for shit. I ain't have no proof that she was racist. Nah.
She was talking and she started to cry. And you were like, oh, I don't want her to cry.
I don't know, Gloria, but I had to look into that because I don't remember doing that shit. Because I don't like Shannon.
Well, yeah.
And it's probably before I knew about anything racist, too.
You have a good heart and you felt that.
But it was before I knew anything she said racist. I don't know what Shannon... No. No, I didn't hear she said the N-word. I never knew she said the N-word. Now, did I know she was friends with Bougie and all the rest of them? Yes. But before I got a lot of fucking history from this app, have I felt like that? Yes. Did I feel like she probably could be racist? Yes. But did I have proof that that lady was racist? Hell no. Nah. I ain't had no proof that she was racist until those clips. Tap. Until that text. But Shannon was never allowed to tree.
When all that situation folded up,
hang a tree thing about
her before or after the whole Queenie situation.
When she told her, me and Queenie wasn't tight when that happened.
So you had no idea why Queenie had an issue with her back then?
No. Hearing the whole
spent hours on the phone.
Me and Queenie was not friends then. When y'all were going and Queenie and y'all was all beefed out about the watermelon and the fried chicken and all that shit, I was not around like that. I was not. I don't know who said what.
So from April 2025 until now, you had no idea why Queenie had an issue with Shannon?
I didn't say till now. I said when I got those. I'm
asking you yes. From
yes,
back
not
then.
till now. About 2 months ago, yes.
2 months. Damn.
2 months ago, yes.
And okay.
Those messages I got 2 months ago. About 2 months ago.
And yet you still let her sit in your platform saying...
When did I let her? In the last 2 months. When did she sit in my platform?
It was Lip Glossy and all of them, and you were okay with using Shannon as a bait to get to Dana?
Because for one, when the glorious shit, when the witty shit happened, I let her in the box because they said she was calling the police. And we told her, Shannon, don't call the police to make that man or whatever. Shannon immediately got dropped. And because I cussed her out. After we said what we needed to say to her, Shannon got dropped. Did she not?
So again, she wasn't used as bait to get to Dana, so you could...
Yeah, she was used. Yeah, in your life, yes, she was. Racist? Yes, she was. In your life, she was.
Okay.
She was. Well, I'm supposed to deny that? Yes, she was. But Shannon was already blocked on everything, and we'd already said what we needed to say to Shannon. Shannon, we knew shit. We don't fuck with Shannon or anything.
For me, it's just a hard concept to try to comprehend on what makes them different. They're all the fucking same. They all are.
But did they? But okay, and again, you still haven't answered. Did they come into my live and laugh and giggle and all that other stuff? No, Shannon came into my live. We said what we needed to say.
Chilling, thinking she was sipping.
No, she never thought that.
Yes, she did.
No.
Girl, go watch these lives, Bree.
There is no way Lip Glossy came into my live and thought she was comfortable and she was on a sneaky.
Girl.
Even when I messaged,
thought that she was giving y'all the tea, and when I even said you should have dropped that bitch and started bringing up the comment cousins so they could clarify their comments, so they didn't get such astray. Okay, you said you left her up there because you knew she was lying. You just wanted her to talk because you knew she was lying.
Right?
But yes, you correct. Yes, you definitely let her sit in your box comfortable and act like she was spilling tea. Wow, motherfuckers were...
No, she was never spilling tea. She was...
Oh, okay. Okay, Bree. Okay.
Everybody shutting down. Or just the black women. Michael, I don't know.
It's about to...
I don't know.
It's about to get ugly,
because
so
again,
double tap.
Shunning them shit. Them bitches don't come around here. Anytime they fucking get found out on a fucking sneaky, I'm calling all of them out. Every single time.
They get blocked. Yeah, they get blocked. So that's why I'm confused as to why you keep bringing them up to it.
I'm not in spaces and places with them. None of that. They get called out. As far as lip gloss, the reason I keep bringing her up is because, yes, she was for sure in your fucking box. She for sure thought she was spilling tea about Witty and all. She didn't know and they didn't know and it wasn't this and it wasn't that. Yes. I even stopped talking. And after I said, bring the comment cousins up and drop her ass, they shouldn't, there's no reason for them to even be in here because we don't fuck with Witty. And it was like, no, go ahead with lip gloss. My bad. Let lip gloss continue or finish what she was saying.
Because at the end of the day, y'all were turning it into something that it should have never been. At the end of the day, they were about to call the police on a fucking black man And they're talking about they didn't even know that the severity of it, and we telling them like, no, that was fucked up. Y'all should have left that shit alone.
Should have.
When you were in this conversation, who's y'all calling the police on black man? Who's y'all?
Did I say y'all?
Yeah, you did. Y'all.
Yeah, you're talking about Whitty and Shannon and all of them.
Because we were talking because they were calling the police on a black man.
Yes, there was racism, but there was also a lot of stereotyping going on.
Listen really close to what Holly Mae says, and then listen really close to what Retina's about to say.
And what was happening in the midst of it was the comment cousins who support us are over here with us. And you know what I'm saying? They were making comments in the live, like Dream 444, perfect example. She made a comment in the chat, and what she said was, it could end bad. Meaning, you call a cop on a black man in a white woman's home, things could go very, very, very wrong, is what she was saying in the fucking chat. But it was being spun like she was being racist. So again, in that moment, I was not minimizing the stereotyping and racism going on. I was, however, more focused on the comment cousins. And that's my bad. And I even said that in the Snapchat group. I said it when we all
said she saw a big person, a big man standing over Whitty. She got scared. And we had to educate her on, that's kind of like
free. Y'all
not cool.
Listen, because I'm gonna tell you, and I even said it again in that Snapchat group. Oops. Allowing Whitty's people, whoever it was, whether it be Shannon, Lip Gloss, whatever, to take a space in a place where they don't come around, they talk shit about, and all the things, while comment cousins were literally being came at because they were saying stuff that was being taken in a wrong way or being twisted to make it look like some who need to be educated. It could happen. You know what I'm saying? Instead, people were came at, talked at instead of talked to. You know what I'm saying? I said that in the group chat and on live. Like, I kept trying to say that. The one thing that makes me very uncomfortable with that whole fucking situation is how it's portrayed like I'm minimizing.
They're gonna put it there. You know that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the way that things are said. I'm not policing shit, but I speak out of turn a lot of times. I say they whatever sometimes, but immediately I correct myself and I put names, or I correct myself and say, "Nah, don't run with that shit. This is what I'm talking about." You know what I'm saying? So that way, no doors or windows are left open, cracked open, none of that shit for anybody to run with it. And if somebody does run with the shit,
Bedazzled,
clear it up.
Bedazzled, do you want to just hold on hope until 2026 when Bree stands up and says, you know what, actually what I said didn't happen, and what I stood for didn't happen, and what I allowed to be said in my box the next week didn't happen? Or are you just going to pretend that like everybody else
you want to go live
and
talk
unknown and Bree, because Bree and Unknown could
they could
never
just fucking apologize to you a couple fucking weeks ago, even though you went live and tried to drag my fucking name. You would have got your apology sooner, but you thought you was gonna go on the app and talk shit about me. And then you thought you were everything was gonna be cool. You went on the app talking shit. You held a live to try to talk shit about me, drag me. Then you turned around and when Holly held the live, it was like, oh yeah, we're not.
I wish I could provide for my babies with 5 fucking baby daddies.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. First,
who got 5 baby daddies? Wait a minute.
You bitch.
No, bitch, I don't have 5 baby
half
daddies.
A dozen,
bitch, don't speak on my motherfucking kids, bitch. Me stop speaking on my motherfucking kids, bitch.
Wait a minute.
I see my fucking kids. Where's yours? Bitch, don't ever speak on my motherfucking kids, you fucking thief. You fucking stealing ass, drum ass bitch. Don't ever speak about my motherfucking kids, you raggedy asshole. You raggedy bitch. You always want to talk about motherfucking kids ain't supposed to be brought up, but bitch, you want to speak on my motherfucking
never, unless it's my kids, right?
Wait a minute, kids.
You didn't give a fuck about my kids.
I hope Florida man keep fucking dragging your raggedy ass.
I hope yours get home, bitch.
Bitch, you're a rag. Yeah, okay.
Keep talking.
Okay, bitch. Bitch, you whack ass hoe.
Bye.
He trying to get in with the black people.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What black folk?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Who's the black folk that keep trying to get in on?
Don't
First
speak
and
to my
foremost,
motherfucking
wait
kids.
a minute. First and foremost, let's not do that in the comments, as you just heard Retina say 2 weeks ago. Comments and things were said about her child. So if we're gonna hold that energy, we're gonna hold it for the both of them. For one, for two, wait a minute,
Bree. Shit about my motherfucking kids and fucking
Bree.
And I also said that for all the things that Holly Mae could have addressed right then and there, she's worried about the comments. So Retina has said 2 things. Okay? Like Cartel said, black folk is crazy. For you to say that, okay, and you said it twice, after you said what you said about her kids.
You would have got your apology sooner, but you thought you was going to go on the app and talk shit about me. And then you thought you were going to, everything was going to be cool. You went on the app talking shit. You held a lie to try to talk shit about me, drag me. Then you turned around and when Holly held the lie, it was like, oh yeah, we're not bad.
I could provide for my babies with 5 fucking baby daddies.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. First,
who got 5 baby daddies? Wait a minute.
You bitch.
No, bitch, I don't have 5 baby daddies.
Dozen,
bitch, don't speak on my motherfucking kids, bitch. Me stop speaking on my motherfucking kids, bitch. I see my fucking kids. Where's yours? Bitch, you never speak on my motherfucking kids, you fucking thief. You fucking stealing ass, drum ass bitch. Don't ever speak about my motherfucking kids, you raggedy asshole. You raggedy bitch. You always want to talk about motherfucking kids ain't supposed to be brought up, but bitch, you want to speak on my motherfucking
never, unless it's my kid, right?
Wait a minute, kids.
You didn't give a fuck about my kids.
I hope Florida man keep fucking dragging your raggedy ass.
I hope yours get home, bitch.
Bitch, you're a rag. Yeah, okay.
Keep talking.
Okay, bitch. Bitch, you whack ass hoe.
Bye.
He trying to get in with the black people.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What black folk?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Who's the black folk that keep trying to get in on?
Don't speak to
Wait a minute. First and foremost.
So I also said that the context of it being home, the context does not fit, in my opinion. In my opinion, the word was not home, okay? The context is missing for me on that one. Okay, because if I'm going to say that, it would be like, I don't even want to say it. All I'm saying is, she said what the fuck she said. Microaggressions, absolutely.
Let's not do that in the comments, as you just heard Retina say 2 weeks ago. Comments and things were said about her child. So if we're gonna hold that energy, we're gonna hold it for the both of them. For one, for two. Wait a minute, Bree.
Shit about my motherfucking kids and fucking
Bree. Wait a minute. For 2.
And then I'm gonna pause again because it was my understanding, allegedly, that it wasn't even Bree who spoke on her kids. It was Miss Unknown. So again, out of pocket. Maybe they can go live and provide a receipt where Bree did. I don't know. But that was my understanding from yesterday.
You just claimed that Retina was the one that said that about Megan redeeming herself or whatever. I don't know why motherfuckers are so infatuated.
The word is haul. Hi, the word is haul. Like in drag. You'll see it fits. What the fuck are you talking about? Haul? Are you good? That's what that the context of that makes no damn sense either. What are you talking about? I hope your kids get Hall. No. Hall makes no sense. Listen, even if it was home, the context, home does not even make sense. But even if it's that, it's still just as fucking vile.
With the color of people's skin, but real shit, I'm talking out of principle about this shit. There's a lot of people that motherfucking go live and never turn the camera on, always have a green screen. You cannot tell me the rest of somebody by their motherfucking voice, the way they talk, or nothing like that. And if you do, bitch, that's called stereotyping. That says more about you than it does anybody else. I'm not telling nobody about how they need to go around and educate. Y'all too with the kids shit. Y'all need to stop. The both of you.
Who brought up whose kids first? Holly Mae, if you gonna do this, play fucking fair. That's
I am. Ratina said you spoke on hers 2 weeks ago. When? Wait a minute. And then tonight.
You fucking whack ass. On my mama, I got you though, Ratina. On my kids, bitch, I got your raggedy ass. Put that on your soul, bitch.
Tonight, Ratina spoke on the number of baby daddies you have. Yes, she spoke on the amount of baby daddies you have tonight.
And we're just skipping right over what she said about her kids. That she hopes they get what? We're just skipping right over that. So while you're giving a sermon about racism and people being uncomfortable and not turning their cameras on and stereotyping and all this shit, your day one bestie is in your panel doing all this, and you're worried about the comments.
You didn't address unknown when you was just in the box.
I haven't had the conversation with
You didn't address unknown.
You
didn't address unknown. I didn't speak on your motherfucking kids. She just told y'all unknown spoke on her kids. I didn't say shit. I never spoke on her fucking kids.
Under the bus again.
You the one fucking said it, bitch. Now I'm throwing her under the bus. Bitch, you just said it. I just repeated what the fuck you just said. But it's up. It's up.
It is rich, right? That you two can go around and talk about everybody else in a situation you don't know a fuck thing about, but we can't speak the truth.
Bitch, you raggedy as fuck. On my mama, you raggedy as fuck.
Well, your mama must be as raggedy as mine.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say I said on my mama, you raggedy as fuck. Bitch, I didn't even speak on your mama. See, that's the problem. You hear what the fuck you want to hear.
Hey, Cassie, guess what? When you sit silently next to it, tapping the live, you concur.
Shut the fuck up. That's like you sit with Megan, bitch. You might be racist. There.
I don't sit with Megan. It's most unknown.
You might be.
Megan, you dumbass bitch.
You might be, bitch. You
as
might
long
be,
as unknown,
but don't speak on my
that's how I sit with
you
Megan.
Got yours. Custody is yours.
Take it up with her. I have custody, you dumb bitch.
You never have.
I haven't.
Okay, bitch.
Again, if you think me, sitting with Megan is the same as unknown sitting with Megan, that's fine.
You just said I was guilty, bitch. No.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather be a trifling asshole.
What?
I said I would be a raggedy ass bitch than a trifling asshole.
Bitch, I ain't never been a trifling hoe. But you got
how many baby daddies you got?
Bitch, it don't matter, bitch. I was in touch with every single one of them. Bitch, it don't know where I'm
wild to me. Second off, listen, this is the whole gas station. Okay? The whole gas station. We literally emphasize the whole word. Okay? I don't give a fuck if somebody got 17 baby daddies. I know a bitch that got 8 baby daddies. Speaking on baby daddies and all of that, like, people can twist it however the fuck they want, but you know what? Y'all motherfuckers, this shit is crazy. Yeah. Everybody come in here who used to always be in here and come get your girl. Bree, come home. Hurry up, come home. What the fuck did I do to any of you guys?
See, but that's the problem, Holly Mae. For 40 minutes, you and Bree were having a conversation. This didn't turn south until Ratina got in the box. I'm not saying y'all were friendly, but you definitely spent almost an hour having a conversation. So to answer your question, your friend.
That's what I would like to know. But I mean, right now it's going to be very much so a difference. And that got twisted and turned as in I was saying some horrible shit when in reality, all I'm doing is speaking in the world we live in. When all this shit first started and you guys started going live, you were in with Smash and Unknown and Bree were live and all. But here's the difference. I'm not on an app begging for child support money or nothing like that, right? There are people who do come on here and straight out say, hey, my child support payments due. I need y'all to run it up, right? I bring that up because when people would be like, you're speaking on my kids, because asking strangers to pay that for you because you would prioritize that. So
just maybe you should actually watch the lives that took place, right? Against.
Yeah, to tell their mom. You know what I'm saying? That, and if anybody wants to claim that I'm wrong or whatever, the way that Mallory did, all that, I don't give a fuck. If you don't believe me, honey.
Okay, now we're going to listen to Holly Mae's live ends. Ratina starts her own live.
Sorry, just take it. A black should be off fucking limits.
Monster Math presents Counting to 10. Okay, class, let's count these
No.
I've got since I got off of Holly's live.
At the end of Holly Mae's is when she was crying.
It's always an issue when a white woman responds, but never an issue when a black woman starts it. You know, even there should be no race included in the conversation, right? It's just children.
Rinky Dink, listen, it happened to me. I get it, right? But what I didn't do was, I don't know how to say it, prove her right? Right? I didn't match with this vile shit that Ratina says. Okay? I don't even fuck with Bree. I don't. But what was said in 4K. So since people want to Smashly try to dismantle my live and my viewpoint and try to break it down as to I had a 2-hour live calling her racist just because we were trying to figure out what 2 words were, that's simply not the case. It's simply not the case. She said what she said on her own.
Should be off fucking limits. But when they're not off limits on your end and you're upset that somebody responds, sorry, just take it. A black woman starts it. You know, even there should be no race included in the conversation, right? It's just children. Should be off fucking limits. But when they're not off limits on your end and you're upset that somebody responds, sorry, just take it.
She is, Cartel.
Hi, Mattress. I hope you came in on the beginning of that. Is Lindsay, I'm pretty sure you were in the live when I entered and when I exited. Was I attacking a child or was I attacking a child via their race? Hey, Michaela. Hey, Zero. Hey, Ember. Hi, Connie. Hey, Zero. Was I attacking a child or was I attacking a child via their race? Was I attacking a child or was I attacking a child via their race?
So again, Smash, I feel like there's a lot more questions that you should be asking that aren't directed towards me trying to figure out one of two words. Okay? Because like I said, everything she said it in 4K. So this shit you're trying to do, trying to say that I dragged her for 2 hours and called her racist just because of us trying to figure out which word she used. Both. It doesn't matter which of those two words she used. Both are fucking horrible. It doesn't matter what she tries to say that the word was. It's fucking horrible. Okay? When she said black folk twice, again, this little line that she uses when referring,
Attacking a child or was I attacking a child or was I attacking a child via their race?
and either way admitting that she was attacking children. Can we get our fucking priorities straight? At some point. Smash, I'm really I'm questioning your backbone and your integrity. Because there's never a wrong time to call out people that you sit with. If they're wrong. There's never a wrong time for that. If somebody's wrong, they're wrong. You can't protect her from the microaggressions and the racist shit that she did between the two lives. You can't protect her from that. You're gonna be you're gonna be on this app for a really long time if you think that you're gonna spend your time trying to convince people that what she did was not racist. Okay? I didn't say these things. She did. Her friend, okay, whose panel that it happened in, I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again. Clearly, you could tell that she is 3 sheets to the wind. She should have been dropped. She shouldn't have even been allowed to continue speaking. Okay? She should have been corrected right then and there. Okay? And trying to correct them both about speaking about kids, that doesn't cut it. That doesn't cut it. Not with what she said. That doesn't cut it. That doesn't cut it at all. Why are y'all so afraid to have a fucking backbone when it comes to her? Like, why? What is it? A master manipulator and somebody that doesn't have a lick of fucking integrity at all. And y'all are afraid to put your feet down. Why? Why? Do you understand that it's harming her more that you don't hold her accountable than allowing her to put all of you in shitty positions? We just talked about this 2 weeks ago. She didn't want a men's with Florida man. She made that very fucking clear. And she didn't care who was in the way. She didn't care. It was all about her. When are y'all going to get it? When are you going to see it? When are you going to understand that a master manipulator doesn't give a fuck about you at the end of the day? It's about her. It's what's going to benefit her. It's what she can get out of you. It's who she can toss in the front. She doesn't give a fuck if you're a stray. Clearly. She's literally trying to call somebody out for throwing somebody under the bus, but we've watched her. She just threw Smash under the bus like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. I didn't get my way and I'm mad because I want to be a mess. So let me show your screenshots because you did something and it wasn't on my timing. But when it is on my timing, it's going to be okay. Do you understand yet? Do you understand yet? Do you get it? Or is that why y'all don't have a spine? Because you're all a fucking mess on the back end. And you know for a fact that the second you do try to hold her accountable, your screenshots are going to be plastered all over this side of the FYP. And you don't want people to know what you're doing on the back end, right? Which some people obviously already do because she already took that route. Not once, but twice. But you're worried about what I go live on my platform and run my mouth about. Do you understand why it's not hard
Hey, Michaela.
for me to hold people accountable? Let me explain to you why it's not hard for me to hold people accountable. Because I'm not on the back end acting like a whole fucking mess. Okay? I'm not on the back end exchanging people's information. I'm not on the back end talking mad shit about people. I'm not on the back end exposing people's conversations. Okay? I'm a trustworthy person. Even my mods will tell you. Okay? Even our mod Discord. I'm not in there sharing everything that me and everybody talk about. Okay? It's still treated as confidential. We're not exchanging shit about other people. I don't give a fuck about your addresses. I don't have your phone numbers. I don't know and don't care how many kids you have. I don't care. Okay? None of that shit applies to TikTok. And I think that that's where y'all go astray. And then you get caught up in the shit where nobody knows how to take the high road because you're so deep in the bullshit that you would just rather match energy than have a little fucking sliver of fucking integrity. And that blows my mind. But that tells me a couple of things. The biggest one is that you lack emotional intelligence. The second one is that you lack self-control. All of those things are a you problem and never, ever gonna be a fucking me problem. And I don't know why that's so hard for y'all to understand. Especially when it comes to holding your people accountable. Because I can promise you, if they're genuine and they're real and they actually do give a fuck about you, no matter what kind of heat you're gonna take through the whole thing, they're gonna appreciate you for it in the end. Trust me, I know. Some of my viewership is people that I've actually held accountable. So again, ask me how I know. Integrity is everything. And I think another thing that y'all fall into is the money and the monetization. The more fucking drama you have, the more viewers you have, even if it means that you lack the integrity. And I've never understood that either. Now, granted, I don't care about views. I don't care about gifts. TikTok is not my income. It never has been, and it never will be. I don't need to do anything to cut my own integrity and my self-control, my emotional control short just to please other people. That's never been a fucking thing. If you don't like me and you don't like what I do, don't be here. It's pretty simple. But if you are going to be here, we have a standard. And if you choose not to follow that standard, then I'm probably not going to fuck with you. Okay? And I'm not going to be afraid to say it. I'd tell you to ask those people, but they're not in here because I love the block button. Okay? I don't know, like, I can tell that you have a problem with me, Smash, but you just don't say it. And I don't know if it's because when the Florida Man and you stuff was going on and I was kind of covering that and like offering a platform to like try to bring some sense and some integrity and some advice. I don't know if it's because like I didn't co-sign everything and I didn't hop on a side and I didn't, I listened to the facts, right? I listened to the facts. I listened to you dodge every question. I encouraged you to take the high road, but then I learned why you couldn't take the high road, and that's because the people around you didn't want to take the high road. And again, I don't know if it's because you didn't want your messages on the green screen or what the issue with that is, but I never took sides with that. I never took sides in that situation. Okay? The difference I saw was that at least Florida Man owns and admits what the fuck he does. The only thing you did was deflect. You deflected through the entire thing. The things that the clips the clips that were played, the receipts that I got, the questions you were asked, it was all a deflection. You never owned a damn thing you did. And then when I recommended the high road, it was clear that you just wanted like the tit for tat, okay? And so maybe it felt like I was on Florida Man's side to you. But the reality is I can't have a conversation with somebody who absolutely refuses to fucking take accountability but wants to talk about everyone else's flaws. That doesn't fucking work for me. That never works for me. I can't do that. There's no conversation to be had. There's no conversation to be had with that. Again, I don't know. I don't know what it is about your friends that doesn't allow you to have a spine and a backbone, but it's obvious. A lot of people see it. Again, that's a you problem, but I'm going to tell you something right fucking now. If you have listened to that portion of Holly Mae's live, and you listened to that portion of Retina's live, and your only conclusion is still which word was used and not that she used microaggressions and was racist as fuck, then you are the problem. And I'm going to make this really clear again, okay? This is what right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't even fuck with Bree. Bree dry called me racist, okay? Everybody knows that. But I'm standing all 10 on right is right and wrong is wrong. And what Retina said is all of those things. So don't get on this bitch and try to convince your viewers that out of 2 words, I decided to have a 2-hour live to just say she was racist. Okay? That's not what happened. So don't fucking lie to the viewers. Because I got time to do this shit every day if that's what you choose to do. Okay, because I move with integrity. I also move with receipts every fucking time. I'm going to come live and I'm going to play it in your face every single time. And I'm going to make you look fucking stupid every single time. And I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to do that. But that's exactly what I do. And everybody in this bitch will tell you that's exactly what the fuck I do. You're going to make yourself look stupid and I'm going to help you. Okay? And I will put in overtime hours to do so. So just don't do that. Start holding people accountable. Start holding people accountable. Hey friends, yeah, let me roll this back to you. So, on the 6th was Holly Mae's live, so just a couple days ago. Let me roll this back to...
Actually, now, or just the black women. No, that's kind of... You would have got your...
Because, you know what? Actually, what I said didn't happen. And
this is Retina. Holly Mae and Bree had probably a 40-minute conversation. Then Retina joins the box and all hell breaks loose.
says, you know what? Actually, what I said didn't happen, and what I stood for didn't happen, and what I allowed to be said in my box and next to me didn't happen.
You need to stand.
Or are you just going to pretend that like everybody else
you want to go live and talk your shit
unknown and Bree, because
and do all that shit.
They could never.
Just fucking apologize to you a couple fucking weeks ago, even though you went live and tried to drag my fucking name. You would have got your apology sooner, but you thought you was gonna go on the app and talk shit about me, and then you thought you were everything was gonna be cool. You went on the app talking shit. You held a live to try to talk shit about me, drag me.
I'm gonna.
Friends, it's on Spilled on the FYP. The date on Holly Mae's is 12/6, and this is towards the end. But you can hear Holly Mae and them's conversation up until this point, but this is where it got nasty. And then there's a section in Retina's live from the same page, also on 12/6, where it's just a few minutes, and I'll play that for you next.
And when Holly
Listen
talks
close,
a lot,
listen.
It was like, oh yeah, we're not.
I wish I
bashing
could
Bree. You
provide for my
decided you wanted
babies with
to.
5
Get the
fucking baby
fuck outta here.
daddies.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. First,
Who got 5 baby daddies? Wait a minute.
You
hold
bitch.
on.
No, bitch, I
5,
don't have 5
4,
baby
half
daddies.
a dozen,
Bitch,
whatever
don't
you
speak on
got.
my
I
motherfucking
bet
kids,
you
bitch.
can
Me stop speaking on
Wait a minute,
motherfucking
wait a
kids,
minute,
bitch.
wait a
I
minute.
see my fucking kids. Where's yours? Bitch,
Mine
don't ever speak on my
in bed,
motherfucking
bitch.
kids, you fucking thief. You fucking stealing
Oh,
ass, drum ass bitch.
let
Don't
it
ever
out,
speak
let
about
it
my
out,
motherfucking
Double tap.
kids,
Do
you
your
raggedy
big
asshole.
one. Do your
You
big
raggedy
one.
bitch.
Listen.
You always want to talk
Do
about
your
motherfucking
big
kids ain't supposed to
one,
be
babe.
kids ain't supposed to be brought up, but bitch, you want to
They
speak on my
definitely
mother.
Never,
need to be
unless
brought
it's
up.
my
Kids
kid,
definitely
right?
don't know- Wait a minute. Kids
You didn't give a
definitely
fuck
don't
about
need to
my
be brought
kids.
up.
I hope Florida man keep fucking dragging your raggedy ass.
I
bitch.
hope
You
yours
raggedy
get
bitch.
home, bitch.
Bitch, you're a rag. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Keep talking.
Okay, bitch. Bitch, you whack ass hoe.
Bye.
Keep trying to get in with the black
Hold
people.
on, wait a minute.
What black folk?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Who's the black folk I keep trying to get in on?
Don't
First
speak
and
on my
foremost,
motherfucking
wait
kids,
a minute. First and foremost, let's not do that in the comments. As you just heard Retina say 2 weeks ago, comments and things were said about.
Daddies?
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. First,
Who got 5 baby daddies? Wait a minute.
You
hold on.
bitch.
No, bitch, I don't have 5
4,
baby
half
daddies.
a dozen,
Bitch,
whatever
don't
you
speak
got.
on my
I
motherfucking
bet
kids,
you
bitch.
can.
Me stop speaking on
Wait a
motherfucking
minute,
kids,
wait a
bitch.
minute.
I see my fucking kids. Where's yours? Bitch, don't
Mine
ever speak on
in
my
bed,
motherfucking
bitch.
kids, you fucking thief. You fucking stealing ass, drum ass bitch.
Let
Don't
it
ever
out,
speak
let
about
it
my
out, let it
motherfucking
out,
kids,
Bree.
you
Do your
raggedy
big one.
asshole.
Do your
You
big
raggedy
one.
bitch. You always want to talk
Do
about
your
motherfucking
big
kids ain't supposed to
one,
be
babe.
kids ain't supposed to be brought up, but bitch, you want to speak on my mother.
Never, unless it's my kid, right?
Wait a minute. Kids
You didn't give a fuck about my kid.
I hope Florida man keep fucking dragging your raggedy ass.
I
bitch.
hope
You
yours
raggedy
get home, bitch.
Bitch, you're a rag. Yeah, okay.
Listen.
Mm-hmm. Keep talking.
Okay, bitch.
Listen.
Bitch, you whack ass hoe.
Bye.
Keep trying to get in with the black people.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What black folk?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Who's the black folk I keep trying to get in on?
Don't
First
speak
and
on my
foremost,
motherfucking
wait
kids,
a minute. First and foremost, let's not do that in the comments. As you just heard Retina say 2 weeks ago, comments and things were said about her child. So if we're gonna hold that energy, we're gonna hold it for the both of them. For one, for two,
Never was for me.
wait a minute,
was talking
Bree.
shit about my motherfucking kids and fucking
Bree,
mess.
wait a minute. For two, you just claimed that Retina was the one that said that about Megan redeeming herself or whatever. I don't know why motherfuckers are so infatuated with the color of people's skin, but real shit, I'm talking out of principle about this shit. There's a lot of people that motherfucking go live and never turn a camera on, always have a green screen. You cannot tell me the rest of somebody by their motherfucking voice, the way they talk, or nothing like that. And if you do, bitch, that's called stereotyping. That says more about you than it does anybody else. I'm not telling nobody about how they need to go around and educate. Y'all too with the kids shit, y'all need to stop. The both of you.
Who brought up whose kids first? Holly Mae, if you gonna do this, play fucking fair. That's
I am. Retina said you spoke on hers 2 weeks ago.
When?
Wait a minute. And then tonight.
You fucking whack ass. On my mama, I got you though, Retina. On my kids, bitch, I got your raggedy ass. Put that on your soul, bitch.
Tonight, Retina spoke on the number of baby daddies you have. Yes, she spoke on the amount of baby daddies you have tonight.
Let's
more than that.
You didn't address unknown when you was just in the box.
I haven't had a conversation with
You
her.
didn't address unknown. You
and
didn't address unknown. Bitch, I didn't speak on your motherfucking
she
kids.
spoke on my
She just told y'all unknown spoke on her kids. I didn't say shit. I never spoke on her
throwing
fucking
unknown
kids.
under the
You
bus
fucking
again.
whack. You the one fucking said it, bitch. Now I'm throwing her under the bus. Bitch, you just said it. I just repeated what the fuck you just said. But it's up. It's up.
It is rich, right?
It gets worse, friends.
You go around talking about everybody else in a situation you don't know a fuck thing about, but we can't speak the truth.
Bitch, you raggedy as fuck. On my mama, you raggedy as fuck.
Well, your mama must be as raggedy as mine.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say I said on my mama you raggedy as fuck, bitch. I didn't even speak on your mama. See, that's the problem. You hear what the fuck you want to hear.
Hey Cassie, guess what? When you
sit
sit silently next to it, tapping the live, you concur.
Shut the fuck
You
up. That's
agree.
just like you sitting with Megan, bitch. You might be racist. There.
I don't
Since you
sit
wanna
with
go
Megan
that
as
fucking
most
narrative,
as
bitch.
unknown
You
sits
might
with
be.
Megan, you
might
dumbass
be,
bitch.
You might be, bitch. You
As
might
long
be,
as
bitch.
unknown
But
sits
don't
with
speak on my
Megan, that's
motherfucking
how I
kids, bitch,
sit
until
with
you got yours.
Megan.
Custody of yours.
Take it up with her. I have custody, you dumb bitch.
You never have.
I haven't.
Okay, bitch.
I'll get if you
Okay.
think me
You raggedy ass bitch.
if you
a
think me
raggedy
sitting
bitch.
with Megan
You
is
a
the
raggedy
same
bitch.
as
But
unknown.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Retina's.
Hey Michaela. Was I attacking a child or was I attacking a child via their race? Was I attacking a child or was I attacking a child via their race? Hey Michaela. Hey Zero.
Spineless, friends.
Hey Ember. Hi Connie. In Holly's life. Because Brie is now saying
A Japanese knife for $20? Holy shit. This deal is insane. But they literally have too many knives and need them.
Or pushing or letting her comments push the fact that I said, I hope your kid doesn't get hung. Something along those lines. Yes, Lindsay. The Lindsay that nobody knows. Yes, you. Hey, Sheila.
Fucking lying. Listen, I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog. I know you. She didn't just admit that she said that she. I know you. If I wasn't in this nail salon, I would be cussing mucus. Do you understand me? I know you motherfucking lying and y'all okay with what she just said.
Well, I'm gonna roll it back. I'm gonna roll it back and play what Smash had to say about me and my live about this yesterday.
What?
Because I went live because I caught Holly Mae.
Bro, somebody need to
live.
send this clip to me ASAP.
Yeah.
This clip need to get to me ASAP. She just admitted that she is telling a black woman that she wish her kids get unalived, noosed, hung. What? Girl, let me get off of this platform. I'm trying to get my nails done. And I'm spitting snot. Let me get out of here. I know y'all motherfucking lying. I know the fuck.
I'm gonna rewind that part, and then I'll go back to what Smashley had to say.
Yes, Lindsay. The Lindsay that nobody knows. Yes, you. Hey, Sheila. Don't worry, it will be dissected. I hope your kid doesn't get hung. Because Bree is now saying or pushing or letting her comments push the fact that I said, I hope your kid doesn't get hung. Something along those lines.
And now I'm going to go to Smashley's live.
Anyways, you guys have fun. Go down that. Go down that rabbit hole.
I think you're so much petty.
So, friends, Smashley's live was last night, right? So all these clips, because I played them in my live when it was brought to my attention. So all these clips have been available, okay? I played them multiple times in my live when we were all listening together. And this is, out of all of that, what Smash had to say.
Yeah. I do have an announcement to make. I'm going to skip past this, but I'm not going to because I can't let it go at this point. MJ. Do it again, and you still couldn't get it. And then you had somebody come up in your box and say what they thought they heard her say. And then from that point forward, you spent the rest of your life for a couple hours, I believe, painting Ratina as somebody who is racist. Simply because somebody told you what they thought they heard and what they think everybody else should be hearing, instead of you just being like, I don't know about that. Because you didn't hear it up front. You didn't hear it until somebody told you to hear it.
We
right?
listened multiple
Does that make
times.
sense?
We listened multiple times. Mm-hmm.
My only point in that isn't necessarily to call you out, right? It's to prove a point that just like what happened with Unknown in the rack PIP or credit card, or there were a couple other different things that had happened. I think there was like an N-word one with Skittles a while back that people thought she had said the N-word when she did not in fact say it, things like that. You have to be a free thinker on this app. Otherwise, you are just going to look like a fool. Because if you, out the gate, say you have no idea what was said there, and then you now can decide 100% with 100% certainty that that's what she said based on what somebody else came up and told you, proves that you are not a free thinker and your brain can trick you into anything. Just like I had to say yesterday, somebody told me that's not
Can't
Monster's
make this
voice.
shit
And I
up.
was like, oh shit, my bad. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I heard Monster's voice, right? So let's just hope that if and when this whole situation gets cleared up, you are as open-minded, MJ, as I was last night when I had to be like, Scammy Claus, you need to edit that. I think you need to edit that, and I think you need to put some kind of disclaimer if you want to keep the video up, whatever, but there needs to be some kind of a disclaimer, right, that says that, this is not Monster's voice. Because that, MJ, would be quite the awful thing to put on somebody who
said what she said in 4K?
Right? I think.
Who said what she said in 4K?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, Trash Compactor. I know it was said. I know it was said now, but
Why didn't you share
I think somebody said she corrected it last night. But again,
why won't you share with the class
MJ
what was said, ma'am? All this just
likes
to
to
not
come
tell
on
us?
and start running her mouth, whatever. It's your life, do your thing. I'm just letting you know that if I can come on here and admit when I am wrong,
no, you can't,
and be like, that needs to be fixed, then you should be able to come on here and admit that you didn't know what the fuck she was saying, and then you ran with it because you had somebody come up in your box and tell you what they thought they heard, and then you now heard it. And then for the rest of the remainder of your life, painted Ratina as some crazy racist lady. I think. that, and I think you need to put some kind of disclaimer if you want to keep the video up, whatever, but there needs to be some kind of a that says that, yo, this is not Monster's voice, because I think, I don't know, I'm not really sure, Trash Compactor. I know it was said now, but I have no idea. I think somebody said she corrected it last night, but again, MJ is just likes to come on and start running her mouth, you know, whatever. It's your life, do you think? I'm just letting you know that if I can come on here and admit when I am wrong and be like, yo, like, that needs to be fixed, then you should be able to come on here and admit that you didn't know what the fuck she was saying, and then you ran with it because you had...
I'm gonna need you to start by showing up online and admitting when you're wrong. Like, are you literally trying to give me advice on accountability? When the only thing you do is deflect? What kind of disclaimer am I supposed to put on her microaggressions? Why are you trying to compare two situations that aren't the same? You're talking about somebody posted a video of somebody that it's not even that person. And I'm talking about we heard it in 4K probably 30 times now. We heard what we heard 30 times, okay? Nobody came in my box and told me what I was hearing. Okay? The discrepancy was with the clip that Florida Man posted. That's what I originally listened to, and I couldn't make out what she said. Then somebody showed up and said, oh, this happened on live. Do you want to watch the clips? And do. We love receipts. We love receipts. Do you want to know why we love receipts? Because you can't get out of some shit that you said in 4K. The problem is who's going to fucking hold her accountable? From over there. Because her friend did not. Her friend obviously knew that she had consumed some drinks, did not drop her from a box, allowed the shit to continue. And out of everything we've heard against Smash, why is the only thing that you decided you wanted to insert yourself in, because you're mostly staying out of it, right? Was just trying to decipher between two words. And then you don't play a clip of what Ratina said. Okay? You don't play the clip. But then you say that you know what she said, but you didn't say to your live what was said. Let me ask you this. Why didn't you tell your live what word she used? If you knew what word she used because you said it in your live, why didn't you repeat it? Because that tells me one of two things. It's one of those words. And either way, both of them are fucked up. But you want to talk to me about integrity and correcting myself when I'm wrong and all of this shit. Can you name a time that I've actually done something wrong that I haven't corrected myself? Because you're not in my viewership, okay? You're not a supporter. You haven't been in my lives since I started on this app. Was it like 4 years ago now? To know that if I have been wrong about something, how I handle that. When the only thing that you do is deflect. Because when you were over here being asked questions or I showed you photos in your face, it was still about what everybody else did, right? But it just all points right back to Ratina, right? Because when amends was had, but it wasn't on her timing, it was a problem, and she started exposing you. And I know I talked about this, I just talked about it a little bit ago, but I think that's why you all don't hold her accountable. Because you know exactly what the fuck's gonna happen the minute you do. You're gonna get exposed because you all do the fuck shit on the back end. All of you. You can't say the same about me. That's why it's easy for me to hold people accountable, because they can't turn around and be like, look what MJ was doing on the back end. Nope. I got integrity on and off this bitch. So do you want to, like, try again? Do you want to try again? Sorry about the typing, y'all. Not the pasture. Yeah, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I feel like more people than not do a lot of messy shit on the back end, and that's what makes it so hard for them to hold people accountable. They don't know how to hold people accountable, because in order to hold people accountable, they'd have to hold themselves accountable. It kind of becomes one of those things like, oh, how do I check them for this? Or how do I call them out for this? Or how do I hold them to a standard that even I don't fucking follow? Are you following along yet? Are you following along yet? It's crazy how shit starts to make sense, right? Kind of like the sharing of the information on the back end. You could kind of start it there, because those were the DMs that she started exposing first. And you said it yourself, it wasn't the first time. All because it wasn't all about Retina. Like, what do y'all not understand about master manipulators and master manipulation? Like, that they don't give a fuck about you. They're not gonna. It's what's gonna benefit them. Like, she tries to call Bree out for throwing Unknown under the bus. However, Retina, you definitely threw Unknown under the bus. It wasn't even Bree. She literally did repeat what you said. But you are also known for throwing your people under the bus when shit does not go your way. You did it to Smash. You've done it to multiple people. You've done it to Smash. You did it to Monster and Petty's live. You started doing it to Petty when y'all fell out. You're doing it to Bree. It's a pattern. Like, why can't the people that sit with her see this? Why don't you all see it? But Unknown told her she did say it. Say what? The stuff about her kids? Retina knew that. Retina knew that before she got crazy at the mouth and said what she said to Bree. She knew it was Unknown. And that's the thing. When Smash wanted to talk about catching strays, and I tried to tell her, you're going to catch strays. Your people are going to catch strays as long as you sit with people that do not want resolution. They only want the tit for tat. We had a whole discussion about this. And that was a prime example of the people that you sit with causing other people to catch a stray. Why is it so hard to comprehend? Like, it's in your face. It plays out in your face, and you still don't fucking get it. You don't. Here's the thing. You're not going to get it until it happens to you. And then it's a problem. And then this is where this side of the FYP where they drag each other. And it's like a vicious cycle, right? Because, oh no, how did we know that what they did to the last group, they weren't going to do to us? Like, and And the crazy thing is y'all put all your love, trust, and faith in these people. On the back end, like, oh yeah, here's so-and-so's address. Days and days. And then the days turn into weeks and months. And you're sharing all this shit. And then that's the problem. Okay, now it's time. They do something fucked up, right? And it's time for accountability. It's time to pull out that spine and that integrity. But you know what the problem is? You know what they do. You know what they do. So now the problem is, fuck, we got months worth of messages of me being a fucking mess. I'm talking about so-and-so and so-and-so, and I've given all 5 of these people so-and-so's address. I've done talked about their kids. I talked about their mama. I talked about their whole family. I gave out their mom, dad, and their sisters' addresses. That's your problem. It's very clear why y'all don't hold each other accountable, because what's the repercussion going to be? That's what you're scared of, because you watch them do it to everybody else. You have Smash, you literally watched Ratina do it to you more than once. So in my opinion, you cannot convince me that that's not what the problem is. What does she have on you at this point? Anybody that sits with Ratina, and that's going to excuse that. What does she have on you at this point? What does she have on you at this point? Why are you willing to lower your integrity and not hold her accountable? Why? What's so important with these internet people that you will never probably meet a day in your life that it's easier for you to lack integrity and morale and respect and honesty just to keep an internet friend? What do race got to do with that, though? She said something about hanging kids. Like at that. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying, friends. Out of all the things that Smash could have brought up or stayed quiet, she wanted to talk about the fact that in my live, she's convinced that somebody convinced me of what Ratina said, when it's literally in 4K. Of all the things you could have talked about, of all the things you could have brought up about that, you're worried about who joined my box and us trying to figure out which word she said, and not all the other shit she said. Because it would mean that she'd have to hold her accountable, because it was wrong. It was wrong. What she said is fucked up. I don't give a fuck which word it was. Both are fucked up. Either way, if it's home or if it's the other H word, it's wishing harm on a child. To a woman who didn't even speak on your children, she caught a stray. Do you see the irony? From the group that was battling Florida Man crying about catching strays. Their besties and their viewers and their day ones all catching strays. That was the big thing, right? That was the big thing. So make it make sense. Again, it's the tit for tat shit. None of them want to take the high road, and none of them want to hold their people fucking accountable. Holly Mae should have held Ratina accountable right then and there. Acting like she didn't say what she said, and the only thing she said was something about the baby daddies. Well, let's see how that plays out. Because to my knowledge, and I didn't check on here, but I don't think any of them have been live to even talk about it. I think the only other person besides me that has been live to talk about it was just that little snippet about mine from Smash. Let me see. Nothing's posted from Holly Mae or Ratina. And Smash went on to stream Petty, who was doxing Olive Bree's social media. That was the other thing, friends. That was the other thing, friends. I was told yesterday, and then when I got on Petty's live, that's posted on the YouTube, because somebody said, oh, Petty was literally sticking up for Retina, and I was like, what? There's no way. There's no way. And so when I watched some snippets of his live on YouTube, it was him doxing Bree's social media. He wasn't even talking about anything that Retina said. He took the opportunity to drag Bree. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Worried about her Twitter like he doesn't have fun time on Sundays with Pringles cans. That's weird to me. That's weird to me. Y'all trying to flex with skeletons in your closet is so weird to me. Odd and interesting. Now, I will say I can't listen to Petty. It's all code. None of it makes any fucking sense. I didn't directly in any of that I did watch hear him say that Retina did no wrong, but he definitely didn't cover it. He definitely didn't cover it. So, but yeah, nobody other than me. And again, that's not even why I went live yesterday. I went live yesterday. Let me see, whose live was that? It was Retina's. What day was that? Let me see if I can pull that up. I went live because...
Get down.
I don't think it was this one. Was it this one? No. Because Holly Mae's version of what happened to me with Bree was all fucked up. Shit, what live was that? 9 days ago. No. It was Retina's live. Not on the 28th. Yeah, I heard her crying at the end of Holly Mae's, and I believe my exact words were, what the fuck are you crying for? You went in there and started all of that shit. Because Bree and your friend were having a conversation for the better part of 40 minutes. All that shit was shit you started. You dry read a comment and started coming for Bree. 100%. It's in 4K. That's not allegedly that it happened. Anybody can run it back. Fuck, I don't remember. That lie was just 3 nights ago. Why can I not find it? From what Holly Mae said. 7 days ago. Let me go. 2 days ago. Not that one. I think I got it right here. I don't remember which part.
Racist. I'm not arguing that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
Like, if people want somebody to blame, listen, if you want somebody to blame, I can give you somebody to fucking blame. But at the moment, it ain't me. Hey, strategic. Again, she just said last night or the night before that she got uncomfortable because when I came into the live, I started calling her out, and then Unknown and I had a conversation. Like, imagine being upset between.
Yeah, very much a Sour Patch. For real.
We can hear you.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing. Chilling.
Myrna muted you. She didn't want to hear your shit tonight.
What the hell? Listen, this is what I think. This is. I'm just gonna speak for me. Okay, everybody that knows me knows. I'm probably gonna put my foot in my mouth, but it is what it is. My issue is this, okay? When all this shit first happened, I was fucking knocked the fuck out. And then to hear and see and get, inboxes and shit like that about how we, as a group of friends, invalidated Bree, kind of pissed me off because I'm like, what the fuck? Where was she invalidated? Then it turned into a race thing with Megan. Now, I'm not arguing that lady's racist. I'm not arguing that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around that bitch. I don't fuck with her. None of that, right? Not arguing that. My argument is how my name comes up. I wasn't even involved yet. I'm now now it's being said like I'm inserting myself into this because I'm friends with you. No. The whole reason I even went in Unknown's box that night was because her and Bree were going, damn, why am I getting restricted and shit? Anyways, her and Unknown were going back and forth about the.
Come back.
I don't remember.
I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. You can come back.
We just the timestamp.
We just met on the FYP.
As we were talking to the people on her panel, I can't really remember why we were, but we were talking to Mittens and OG. You remember that live?
Yeah, it had to do with that one biker chick.
Queenie and Monster were doing it, whatever. And fucking start talking. Jess went in the group chat.
So how'd you know who was in her live that day wishing her a happy birthday? She said the other day in her live, though.
Who?
MJ.
Found it.
It's a conversation, bitch. Over here talking on mute. Oh my Jesus.
The whole time.
Here we go.
The whole fucking time. Well, it's because
This is why I went live yesterday.
Was texting me.
Heather. Not
and
even
anyone
one
that
thing.
was in here when this happened knows that she's full of shit.
Thing. It was the ha-ha, kiki that they want to say. That's what Unknown put out.
Hey, what did you say about what happened with MJ?
Oh, I was saying, like, even MJ the other day had made a point that Queen of Blessings and Bree made her out to be a racist in some scenario or something that had been done. And then MJ said, wow, it actually looks like it's a pattern for you two now.
That MJ literally tried to insert me into a conversation, bitch. I legitimately was not even there for. I came at the way and heard her say she was me and Unknown's friend, and I'm like, who even are you? Bitch, I literally got in the box and said, who even are?
I actually just heard that part. Holly Mae, I never said I was your friend. I never said I was your friend. That's not just some shit that I would dry say either. Definitely not. Me and Unknown were friends. We used to follow each other on TikTok. That's why this was such a big deal, because her and I have already talked about it, but she didn't say anything. Well, she was in my box while they were streaming and calling me that. And I have that clip too. Which, that clip is what makes this diarrhea of the mouth. And not even good diarrhea, Holly.
Are you?
I'm embarrassed.
She dropped down. Next thing you know, she's making a video that me, Unknown, Bree, and Queen of Blessings went at her, attacked her, and jumped on her. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking? She literally put me in that conversation just so it didn't look like it was a white woman going after 3 black women.
That's not what she said the other day in her live, though.
Right, because that's not what happened. Holly Mae, you actually inserted yourself. What was going on was I was asking for Gloria to come over because I thought that Gloria was talking about me in the Patreon. Okay. Gloria did show up, but I don't think Gloria ever got a box. Unknown got a box. And I asked Unknown, hey, the statement that was made in Patreon, is this about me? There was no argument. There was no nothing. It was cleared up. Nope, wasn't about you. This is what we were talking about. Then you, Holly Mae, got a box and you wanted to talk about Blue. Remember now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing. You got my box and you lied. You acted like Blue was harassing you, and Blue just never wants to go away, and it doesn't matter how many times we tell Blue to go away, Blue won't go away. But what you failed to mention was that Blue actually was blocked, and you asked for Blue to be unblocked to come back, right? So you tried to sit over here and spin this whole shit, but that didn't work. While that was happening is when we were being streamed and they were saying this about me. So 2 things can't be true at the same time. Okay? Because I didn't even know they were streaming me. I didn't even know it was said until it was said and done and everybody was gone. I had no idea. Okay? The problem is that when I went over there to ask why I was called that, you again tried to make it about you when I was in the box trying to ask Bree, like, did I say something? Did I offend you? Did I do something to make you feel that way? Like, my ass was like ready to take full accountability. I wasn't even there to argue with them. But Holly Mae, they let Holly Mae up and she just wanted to argue. Which makes the rest of this even funnier. Here we go.
Who? MJ. She said something along the lines, as you hopped in a box to defend Ratina and being friends with Ratina, blah, blah, blah. Didn't mention a fuck thing about race.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that she included race in that video. No. No, she only inserted me because her Unknown, well, I don't even know if Unknown, but her, Queen of Blessings, and Bree, they were having a conversation before I even went into the live. It was the night of the Canelo fight. I was in and out of the live. Then after I asked MJ, who even are you? Do you know me?
That's another lie, because I wasn't even in that live for more than a minute. Because when I got a box, they wouldn't let me speak. So for you to also try to spin the narrative that, I was in and out and they were having a conversation. No, the fuck we weren't. They wouldn't let me speak. You joined that box probably 15 seconds after I did. Actually.
And she jumped out. I was jumping in and out of Bree's box that night. Like I was in there and then I wasn't in there and then I was in there. I wasn't in there. It was nothing to do with race. But like when the conversation was done. But after all of that, and after she made a video, and after she held several fucking lives, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see. She was having a conversation with Bree and them, and made a comment to Bree about something like, do you know your history or some shit like that. And Bree was like, what? Like, how the fuck you gonna ask me?
I'm going to pause it right there and I'm going to go to this clip. Okay? Did you hear what she said? Hold on, let me run it back.
Conversation with Bree and them, and made a comment to Bree about something like, do you know your history or some shit like that? And Bree,
That's not what happened.
Listen here, that ain't the one you really want to talk to.
Nope.
This, what I'm playing right here, is you can see that Holly Mae and Unknown are in my box, and Bree, Queen of Blessings, and somebody else are streaming my live. And then this is what they say. And then there's a Cardi B insert. And then an hour and a half later, after I had already went over there, I had already tried to get a box, I had already tried to ask, did I offend somebody? Is there something I need to apologize for? That's what she says in the second part.
They do not like people. She do not like people like us. So bring your ass back home.
Talking on Petty's kids yesterday and wanted him to come over there and debate with her. She does not like us.
Yeah, she does not like colors.
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
And then Bree says
Stay away
this.
from it. Do I know about my history? Do I study about my history? Yes. Not to y'all. Sometimes I be looking at like stuff and like that happened in the past and be ready to just go out. And now I'm being mean to the first YT person I see. Listen.
Okay, so I never one time, okay, I wasn't even in a box long enough, nor would I ever ask her if she has studied her history. Okay, and if that's what you stand on, we're going to need you to bring a clip, because that didn't happen. See how you take bits and pieces and chunks and you're trying to shove them all together on some shit that you clearly don't know about? Let's keep listening.
Bree was like, what? Like, how the fuck you gonna ask me if I know my history? Well, then MJ turned around and said that Bree said the reason she doesn't do history or doesn't look into her history is because it'll make her want to fight the first white person she sees. I'm like, what?
Now, we all listened to that other clip together, right?
Do I know about my history? Do I study about my history? Yes. Not to y'all. Sometimes I be looking at like stuff and like that happened in the past and be ready to just go out. And now I'm being mean to the first YT person I see.
Okay, so who said that?
MJ turned around and said that Bree said the reason she doesn't do history or doesn't look into her history is because it'll make her want to fight the first white person she sees. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure Bree is a historian.
Listen, that MJ lady is fucking crazy. Crazy. I don't know the lady. Still to this day, don't know the lady. Hell, I'm sitting over here fucking paraphrasing the shit out of what happened that night because I literally don't know. The only reason why I even am saying this shit is based off the lives that MJ held.
So, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, this is why I actually went live yesterday. Because Holly Mae doesn't know, but that's why she felt the need to paraphrase. Because she thought what she thought she heard from my live that didn't come from my live. And if she ever actually listened to the live when I did cover this, she would have heard the clip and would have known that I actually didn't say any of that. Crazy how that works, huh?
Putting all that shit out there like this is what happened and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe a fuck thing she says or a point she tries to make. Because, girl, look at all the shit she done put on me and don't even fucking know me. Like, what the hell?
Look at all the shit you put on yourself. Right? You are the company you keep, ma'am. You are very much the company you keep. I don't put anything on you. That's the cool thing about the internet is it's here to stick around forever. And what you put on it is accessible to everybody. So if you feel like the shoe fit on something that you felt I put on you, act better on the internet, maybe? I don't know. What I know about you, the things that I can say about your character that are not allegedly, because all we have to do is run back a year's worth of clips, that's on you. That's on you 110%.
That lady literally could tell me the sky is blue. I'm still going outside to check, okay?
And I bet you that it's blue when you go check. Mm-hmm.
Cause yeah.
She what, Holly Mae?
But again, on Bree's side and MJ's side, I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly what the conversation was. But out of MJ's mouth, she claimed that Bree said that. Out of the video that MJ posted, she tried to insinuate that we were all jumping on her. Like, what the fuck?
You were.
So,
if you were in the same live that I was in, then you would know that that's exactly what the fuck was happening, because I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I couldn't even ask what I did wrong. And you know what's even funnier about it is it's because they were pissed off that I was covering the fact that Pastor Petty lacks basic fucking humanity, as well as his viewers, and it pissed them off. And then the irony comes in when not even 2 weeks later, they all fell out with Petty. Oh, man. But literally, that's the only reason why they did all of that. And I don't know who the lady that was saying that I spoke on Petty's kids and I wanted Petty to come debate me. These are the things I was trying to join the box to ask, like, do you have a receipt for that? And then I spent the better part of 4 days going live and asking for receipts. You're accusing me of this shit, but can you provide a receipt of where I did any of those things? And I never received any receipts.
Is she here?
I don't think they
Did it kick me out?
Yeah, so that's that.
The one
I was your father figure. We drank that brown liquor. You.
So, the monkey picture that's posted in their Reddit thread was Duffy, who's a mod for Holly Mae. That's crazy. Just thought that I would correct that, because I thought I said someone else's name when it was originally sent to me. So it's Duffy, Holly Mae's mod, that actually posted that in the Reddit thread. Allegedly. Anything else? Oh, also a mod for the Reddit page? That's crazy. Huh. I don't think I got anything else. Anybody got anything to say? Anybody? I will say that for as annoying as it is to have to do that all the time, they sure do make it fucking easy. Y'all make it easy. Like, super easy. It's so super easy. Because it's in 4K every single time. And said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again today. I'm going to be interested to see how it's addressed, if it gets addressed, or if it just gets brushed under the rug. My assumption is that it's going to get brushed under the rug, or they try to focus on what the word was instead of addressing everything else that she said. But I feel like since y'all hold everyone else to a standard, I feel like you should hold this to a standard as well, right? For sure. Just saying. Retina's video about it seems like an admission.
The one I was your father.
Let's see what.
The figure.
I don't know what the masses want from me. Bree knew exactly what I meant. Hung wasn't even in the thought until Queen of Blessings came with her pin. The tail on the racist she loves to play. So when she said, "At least I see my kids," where's your kid? Who she knows, but making it a race bait is what her and Queen of Blessings do. They are professionals. Are like you posted this with 100% confidence? You posted this with 100% confidence thinking that this ate? After what the fuck, everything you said? While you're twirling your eyes and literally not giving a fuck? Are you for real? And also let me make this clear, not even about the word debate. Everything else you said. Don't worry, I spoke to the man upstairs with witness.
I was your father figure.
You are cringe. If that's not what you said, then why would you need to talk to the man upstairs, ma'am? Why haven't you gone live to clear up what the word was? What 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 would you need to talk to the man upstairs about? The people you need to watch out the most for are the people that lack empathy and sympathy and all of that shit. And I said it weeks ago and I'll say it again. Somebody that can steal from deceased victims for their own gain, their own purpose. They lack morale. They lack standards. They lack emotional and mental intelligence. They lack responsibility. People like that stand for nothing. Okay. So this is, honestly, I'm not shocked by this response. I'm shocked that you post this kind of shit with 100% confidence, as if you did nothing wrong. Wild. Embarrassing. Actually embarrassing. And in regards to this same exact post you made, you started that shit. Don't post it as if you did shit as a response. You started that shit. Your friend was having a conversation with her for 40 minutes before you even got a box. And everything was fine until you entered. And you started that shit. In that live. So don't post it as if she said it first and then I came back with it. Because that's not true. But anyway, I'm getting off here. I'm bored with you bitches. Not you bitches, but them. We gotta conserve energy. Because you already know they try to do clapback or want to try to pick shit apart like it wasn't said in 4K. I'm also interested to see how some of the anti-racist gurus that sit in Smashley's chat every night are going to handle this. Because I've seen them drag people for less. So, again, we'll see. If you haven't hit the follow button, hit the follow button. I'm going to end this. Finish eating my food. Go wash my booty. And go spend time with the love of my life. Yeah. Friends, are you still in here? Are you going live? Yeah, the gaslighting honestly is insane. And it's funny how they try to just toss the shit on everybody else because they don't know how to hold their friends accountable without fear. Literally. And I can promise that it's because they're just as fucking messy on the back end and they don't want to get exposed. That's what people like Ratina do. They instill that fear, and they do that by intimidation, which sometimes means going live and showing screenshots, which she's already done. So, my personal opinion, I think Smash fears that. I think she fears of what could be exposed. But I feel like she's probably trying to back off a little bit, but it kind of eases the pain if she maybe talks about it a little bit and makes it seem a certain type of way, but that's only going to work for so long. That's only going to work for so long. Until you're just full-blown next. Mark my words. It's coming. It's going to get too deep. And then you're going to show more integrity And then you're going to feel stuck, and you're going to start to feel depression. You're going to start to feel all this shit that's going to start feeling heavy, and you're not going to want to be around it anymore. And the only way to get out of it is for her to do to you like she did everybody the fuck else. It's coming. I promise. We just don't know when. And it's unfortunate. Because people can tell you something all day long. People on the outside looking in, that do use integrity, that do use logic, that do have a spine and a backbone and hold people accountable. I could tell you all fucking day long what's coming, but emotional intelligence says you got to step back and let them learn on their own. And that's life. And it sucks. You know? But if you don't want me clocking you, if you don't want me talking about it, if you don't want me showing clips and showing where you lied and showing where you actually look like a fool, then just don't bring me up. It's simple. I mean, I don't give a fuck if you do, but if you do, just tell the truth. Because if you don't, I'm going to come 10 times harder. And I'm going to bring receipts. And that's just the way it goes. It's the way it's always gone over here. Again, I don't hate Smash. I think she's probably going through a lot of shit. I think she's probably trying to figure out a lot of shit. I think that Smash is in a little pickle, and Smash doesn't really know how to get out of her pickle. But I don't dislike the girl. I don't know her. You know what I mean? I can just talk about the things I see, the things I observe based off of action, and the things said, and the things that are readily available to you that you stay blind to, but you want to try to pick apart what everybody else got going on. You'll figure it out. I just hope that it's sooner rather than later. Because the longer you wait, the darker it's going to be. And I know you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So, again, if you don't want me to prove that you're liars, and this is all across the board, that you love narratives, that you're inconsistent, that you're spineless, that you're fucking liars, that you don't stand on shit, just don't talk about me. And I won't have to go live and do all of that. Just don't talk about it. Or if you're going to talk about it, make sure you tell the truth. Because I'm going to know, I'm going to find out, and then I'm going to come full force. No question about it. So sometimes it's better to just stay quiet, especially if you don't know about a situation and you're not going to approach it in a, I'm going to ask questions. I have questions, right? I have questions. That's a lot different than just making assumptions. If you have questions, that's completely different. If I would have went live and you would have came over here and asked questions, that's totally respectable. But narratives is what we're not going to do. Thank you. I'll talk to y'all soon. All right? Yeah, hit 60K. Let's go. GG's on the 59. You guys are rock stars. I need to pay more attention to that shit. That's amazing, actually. I appreciate all of you so much. For real. I know I get boring, but 60K! I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I know I get boring and I ramble a lot. Thank you for being patient. If you don't like me, fuck you. Fuck you, tune in! Okay? Goodbye. Adios. 3. Hit the follow. Hurry up!